Okay, so today's episode, for me at least, is a very special one. We're talking about the advice that we wish we could give our younger selves. I think it's very important to, like, you look back on those years, and in the moment, they feel very, like, chaotic and emotional, confusing even. And now, when you can take a step back a couple years later and look back, it's easy to say, I wish I could do this differently, I wish I could do that differently. So hopefully this is an easy way to share what we've learned and save you from learning the hard way. So the first thing I wish I could tell my younger self is that you don't need to have everything figured out.
No, exactly.
I feel like when you leave our high school and you start university, everyone around you makes it feel like they know exactly what they want to do, like they have their passions figured out, they have their life goals, they know exactly what they're doing, where they're going, and you can feel a little bit isolated if you don't feel as confident yourself.
Yeah. We talked about this a little bit last week with, like, just comparing yourself. It's so freaking hard to look at everyone around you in the same situation, as in same school, same courses, and see that they might be on different paths than you still, because you think we're all in this program, we're all in this school, I should be doing what they're doing, but everyone's path is just so different.
Everyone's path is so
It doesn't matter if you're doing the same thing, like, you could end up with the same job and you'll still have completely different lives. So it's so important to just focus on your path. And again, it's like the grass is always greener, like we said last week, on the other side when you're not watering your own grass.
100%.
So if you're not focusing on your own path, then you're just not going to end up where you want to be, and you'll just end up envying the other paths that you're seeing for the rest of your life, you know?
Exactly. And I don't know about you, but for myself in particular, this kind of sounds like it doesn't make sense necessarily, but
Okay.
I feel younger now than I did at 17.
Okay, wait, elaborate.
And hear me out.
Elaborate, please.
I feel like when I was 17, I felt so adult. I was like, I'm moving out of my house. I moved into residence in first year.
Yeah.
And I felt so, like, adult. And I was like, you know what, like, I'm starting university. Like, this is the beginning of, like, my life. And I felt very stressed that, like, I wasn't 100% confident that, like, media is where I wanted to be and things like that. And now I felt so much pressure at 17 to, like, know what I was doing and have everything figured out. And now at 20, wow.
Big number. Jesus.
At 20, I can look back and understand, like, just how much time I have.
Yeah.
Like, 20, like, you're barely even an adult at 20.
Yeah.
You know? And, like, there's so much time to figure things out. And, like, there's still time to change, like, my program. And I can go do different things. And there's just so much time left to explore. And, like, I am not on as much of a time crunch as I thought I was at 17.
Yeah. No, you're right. I feel like at 17, you're like, oh my God, I'm almost 20. Like, I'm getting old. And then when you're 20, you're like, wait, I'm not even, like, 50 yet. I'm not even 70 yet. Like, you have way more time. And yeah, I think, you know what, I think you're right. And I just think maybe I'm just in a better place than I used to be, or it has to do with the fact that I'm older. I feel like I'm just doing everything for myself now and things that I need to do, and it's making me feel like I'm more alive, which is what being young is all about.
Yeah.
I feel like I was living for other people, for friends, whatever, for relationships, or I was living for what I thought my future should look like. And now I am working towards a future, but I'm also realizing this girl here is a human right now that I need to nourish, right? I'm not trying to just make life amazing for the person I'm going to be 20 years from now. I don't want to look back and be like, oh, like, I waited to be here, but nothing happened back then.
Exactly.
So I think that's a really good point.
I think, isn't there some quote about how, like, the present is what you miss when you're focused on the future, or there's something about how you, like, basically take the time to, like, realize and be thankful for where you are and appreciate what you're doing.
And we did touch on that last week too, we were like, us 5 years ago would be so stoked to see where we are now, and we would think we're so cool and hot and funny and smart and, like, we're in the program we want to be in. But right now, sometimes if you're stressed, all you can think about is, oh my gosh, like, I'm not doing enough, or I'm not doing well, I'm not, like, what if I don't end up in this industry, whatever. But younger, you would have just been happy that you're here, and that's, like, the first step, right? Yeah, that's wholesome.
And I think as well too, we touched on this last week too, but
it's just so
that's
important.
The theme of this week is last week. We talked about too how, like, faking it till you make it, right? So I think everyone around you, they might seem like they have it all figured out, but no one is like 100% confident about like who they are, their program, their hobbies, their friends in first, second year. Like no one, you can't convince me otherwise. Like no one's 100% sure. And if someone seems super confident, it's okay to assume that like maybe there's things they also haven't figured out.
Yeah. Half of them or most of them are doing the same thing that you're doing, right? Just trying to save face and look more put together than you are. Everyone does that. So when you start to think that way, you're not thinking down on people. You're just thinking more realistically about their lives, right?
100%.
But yeah, it's like, especially at like 17, 18, it feels impossible to think that way.
Yeah.
And I feel like it just has to kind of come with age. But it also, I don't think that way of thinking would have ever come to me if I didn't work on myself and become a more confident person in myself. So it takes work, for sure.
And you have to invest in yourself.
Yeah, because a lot of people used to tell me, like, oh, it takes time. Like, when you're older, like, you'll be more confident, this is that. And I was like, wait, no, I actually have to do work. It's not just going to come, right?
Yeah.
Not everything is time. Like, time is healing, whatever. But if you sit in your room all day and you don't want to heal, you're not going to heal.
Exactly.
So,
you have to be intentional about what you're doing, for sure.
Yeah.
I agree.
Just work on, I don't know, if you're insecure about where you are on your path, do affirmations in the mirror saying like, I'm right where I want to be, or I've always wanted to be here, I shouldn't be upset about it, you know, just the same way you would look in the mirror when you're feeling insecure and tell yourself like, I'm pretty, I'm worthy. Do the same thing with your future. It really helps.
And I think too, like when I crossed the stage at graduation in a year and a half,
oh God.
I want to look back and I want to think about university. Like I want to think of it as a hard time. You know, I don't want to get my degree and be like, oh, that was easy. That's great. Like that was super easy. That didn't take any effort at all. You know, I want to have like my degree and I want to be like, you know what, I worked so hard for this and I put in so much work and like I'm so deserving and like I'm so proud of my accomplishment. Yeah. So in order to feel that way, you have to put in the hard work and you have to feel the stress. But like in the end, you look back and you're like, it's so worth it because like I have look at my degree.
Yes.
So I think that's important too.
For sure. For sure.
Okay, so now we'll move on to stop shrinking yourself to fit in.
Huge one.
Yeah.
Huge one. I've had this issue with like multiple different aspects of my life, like my whole life probably. Honestly,
your whole life.
My whole life.
Yeah, so I think for me at least, like in the early university, I felt a lot of pressure to like be easygoing and to like gear my personality to like make new friends, and I kind of put on this character as opposed to who I really was, and it just felt like it was very performative.
Yeah.
And it's draining.
Yeah.
To pretend to be someone else you're not. It's really hard, and
I definitely personally had this emphasis on like the more friends I have, the better, and that it doesn't really matter like, well, obviously I knew like quality of friendships matter, but I was more like, I just need more, right? And if I feel like every year I've lost at least one friend just due to like slowly distancing or like just going on different paths, which is so normal. But I used to really think down on that and be like, oh my God, I'm like not worthy because I have one less friend than I did 6 months ago, you know? And I've really learned now that like, honestly, for me personally, the smaller the group, the more, I don't know, intense we feel about each other. And it's really beautiful to have that. And then I found once I focused on that, more school friends and acquaintances kind of friends came to me because I wasn't trying to be, not that I was fake, but I was really like, I need to be nice to everyone. I need to like grasp all these people in. And once I just started focusing on, okay, who has a relationship with me, who tries with me, I'm going to nourish that. And then I'm just going to be friendly with everyone else. I felt like people were more attracted to me and would come to me for friendships after that.
100%. Yeah, I think like if you identify which friendships are like fulfilling you and also like which you are easy to like fuel them as well, then those are the important ones that you nourish, and then everything else will fall into place, I think.
And if you don't have those people around you that are like ride or die, completely supportive of you, then you're just going to take what you can get. And I don't know, people might look at you and be like, oh, that doesn't seem like a real friendship, like maybe she's fake, right? Because you're not nourishing those real ones. So once you have those real ones, everything kind of like, I feel like falls into place. Yeah. Because you have your support system for when you're not seeing yourself for who you are, they can tell you who you are.
Yeah. You know? Oh, that's really sweet.
And you need that.
I like that.
I'm here to tell you who you are every day.
Aww.
Every day.
I think on the topic of friendships too, it's important to note that throughout your life, your friendships will change drastically. When I think back about like my high school friends, I talked to one of them.
Yeah.
You know, like the people that I spent lunch with every single day for 4 years, and like the people that I would sit with in class, like we're still friends on Instagram and stuff, but like I don't talk to any of them. I have one friend that I still regularly see from high school.
And a lot of it's not bad blood. It's just like you go through different phases, you grow separately. You can be inseparable for a few seasons of your life, and then you grow apart. And what I don't appreciate is when some people take that personally. And not that, like, I'll cut someone off or something, but when it naturally happens, and then that person they might be sad we're not friends anymore, and then they resort to needing someone to blame. There should never be someone to blame in that situation.
I agree.
And also, friendship is a two-way street. Like, I feel like, I don't know if this is controversial, but I'll just say it anyway. Like, if you're not texting me, you can't say, I'm not texting you. You know what I mean? Like, it's a two-way street. I've had many friendships that I've tried many times before I gave up, and I needed that proof that they weren't trying. I wasn't just like, oh my gosh, they haven't texted me in 2 days. I'm not going to text them and then see what happens. Oh, they never responded to me. Okay, it's done. Like, I'm not going to test them, right? You shouldn't, that almost seems like you want it to not go well.
You're setting them up for failure.
Yeah, so I feel like, believe in people. I feel like we both, like, try to give people sometimes too many chances, but I think that's better than the alternative. You just want to have hope that they do want what's best for you.
Yeah.
And if it's not going to turn out, like, it's not a big deal. I'm sorry. Like,
I agree.
It's sad that you have friends in your past that knew an old version of you and you don't have them in this season of your life, but that makes room for the people who will get to know you better as who you are now.
Yeah.
And also, personally, I feel like I'm a completely different person from when I was, like, in grade 8 or grade 10. You know what I mean? Like, those were all me figuring out who I was, and they were different seasons of me. So, of course, I'm going to have different people along my side. Yeah. And I look back and I'm very thankful for the people that loved me through those years and the people I was close with. But it just, you go on different paths and it's okay.
Different people, especially too, like in the first couple of years of university or the first couple of years of high school, like you grow so much, and you even grow all the way through in university too. Like, I don't know about you, but when I look back on like me 2 years ago, like a first year and first semester, I am not at all the same person.
No.
And like I'll get the memories come through on my phone. I'm like, who is that?
Who is that? Yeah.
It's crazy.
And it's very reflective of like who I would hang out with or what was going on in my life. I have hobbies that I literally had no clue about at that time, or I'm doing classes that I might not have considered doing at that time. It's just, there's proof that I'm just very different. And part of that proof is who you surround yourself with. It's very normal. And please, like, we talked about this in the second episode about boundaries. That was the second one.
Yes.
Where, like, you do what you need to do as long as you're kind about it and you share your honest feelings of why your decision is best for you. Don't worry about who's going to be upset at you for that. Yeah. As long as you're not freaking, like, cutting someone off and being like, okay, bye. Like, if something's not nourishing you, then don't nourish it back, right?
Exactly.
That's just going to cause, like, unnecessary energy from you.
Mm-hmm. It's like what we were saying last week about how you need to control kind of what's, like, coming onto your feed.
Yes.
You also need to control, like, in your personal life, who you're letting into your life.
Yeah.
Because it's a reflection on, like, the way you view yourself as well, too. Like, when you have maybe, like, poorer friends, maybe then you feel, like, worse about yourself, and it all adds up.
Yeah. Yep. And we've also all have those, like, negative friends that just kind of make you see the world differently if you're around them too much. And that's just an example, but you don't want the close people around you feeding you things that you might take on, because even if you're a strong enough person to not think that way, it's going to take you down slowly. Yeah. So just, friendships are always important. Focus on the ones that focus back on you.
Yes, I think that's so important.
Yeah. And then everything else will go hand in hand, not just friendships. Like, your school life would probably get better, social life, everything. It kind of falls into place when you start nourishing yourself and nourishing what you need, I think.
I agree.
Yeah, and I think we're both proof of that, too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Okay, the next topic is building habits to support your future self. So if I could talk back to first year me, I would tell her to stop skipping that 9 a.m. class. I know it was hard. I know it sucked. But go to the class. Like, damn.
Yeah, well, like, you're not a morning person too much? Are you?
I actually feel like I've grown more into being a morning person
Okay.
in like the past year-ish.
Yeah, because you've been really good with it. But how were you then? Were you not into that?
No, in first year, I had very, very, very poor sleep habits. Like I would be up until like 2, 3, 4 in the morning, and then I would sleep until noon.
Got it.
And so like my sleep schedule was very off, and I think I would tell her like, hey, maybe go to bed at 11 and see what happens.
I'm like the opposite side of that spectrum. I've always had an issue being too much of like a goody two shoes in that sense, where I'm like, I need to be in bed by 10 and I need to be up at 8, or else I am gonna wake up at like 9 and then have a panic attack about how I missed an hour of my day. You know what I mean? So I would go to those 8, 9 a.m. classes. However, I would think that I'm already here. That's good enough. And it was not good enough. Like, you need to lock in.
Yeah.
You need to completely focus. And honestly, this year, I've also struggled with that, but I think that's more of like a time thing. Like, no generation has had that issue more than we have, just because of, you know, COVID, TikTok, all the things.
TikTok.
It's okay for us to, like, feel like we used to be really good at that, and it's, like, going back.
Yeah.
As long as you work on it. But, yeah, I would go to that class, and then I just wouldn't take anything in. I'd be like, okay, I'm here. I could just like check TikTok, right? Or like I could just like do my other assignment. No, you have to
pay attention.
You have to pay attention.
Yeah. Well, I think it's impressive that you like got to the class, because that's step one.
Girl, I did nothing.
But you were there.
No, yeah. I remember once I was in a class and someone in front of me, not me, someone in front of me was playing Roblox. That entire 2 hours, I was just watching it. Like, but how can you not? It was like Roblox. It was like an obby. I was like, oh my God, they got to the next level. Like, I needed to be locked in on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if they didn't play Roblox, maybe I would have paid more attention. So it's their fault.
Not Ava's.
It's not my fault.
And then another thing I would tell myself is to take care of you.
Yeah.
Like, that's
please.
so important. I think in first year, I underestimated so greatly how important, like, eating healthy was. I remember the first day I moved into residence, I went to, like, the grocery store, and I bought, like, so much junk food to, like, my heart's content. Like, you know, it was, like, donuts and, like Fruit Loops and, like, all this stuff. And then, like, I went home, and I was going to be like, okay, like, I'm going to cook dinner. And, like, I had nothing to eat for dinner, because all I had was snacks.
Yeah.
So I think I learned pretty quickly that it's important that you plan out your meals, too, and, like, make sure that you're giving your body what it needs to, like, make it through the day. Like, living off of sugar isn't going to help you feel good throughout the day. Like, you need your protein. I sound like my mom.
No, it's, honestly, I need to hear this, so please.
I sound like
feed
my mom.
It to me, please. Tell me, Mom. What else?
You need your protein. You need to eat your vegetables, man. Eat your broccoli.
Can I ask? You are a vegetarian.
Yes.
Is that way harder to get protein? Like, what do you do?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely very lacking in my protein. I think there's something that you're supposed to have, like 1 gram of protein for, like, your body weight or something.
Oh.
I am nowhere near that.
No.
Like, nowhere near that. So I try and do, like, protein drinks, but those taste like chalk.
Yeah.
I'll do that. I'll, like, usually, like, lots of, like, refried beans or, like, if you get, like, really green vegetables, like kale, I think spinach has a little bit of protein. It's nothing crazy. It's definitely about, like, building it all up and trying to find different ways to integrate it. And once you become aware of it, I think it's easier to make it happen, because you're actively thinking, like, I need protein at breakfast, I need protein at lunch, protein at dinner.
Okay. I eat spinach.
There you go.
But I don't eat it by itself. I, like, stuff it in my blender with my smoothie, because you literally can't taste it.
You can't taste it?
I can't taste it in my smoothie. Okay. Because the smoothies that I make, they're not like the light, milky, like, soft smoothies. They're like a bunch of frozen berries and then a half of a banana, and I put orange juice. So it's, like, tangy. It's like you're drinking something with orange juice. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
So it's tangy and it's, like, very flavorful. So the spinach, like, half of it is spinach. I just can't taste it. It's still, like, pink because of the berries.
Okay,
and it's
I need to try that.
You do need to try it. It's amazing.
I've always been scared to put spinach in my smoothies, because I'm scared that it's going to look like the kale, like the yucky, like, gloppy. You know, like you see on, like, the television shows, like the gloppy. It looks gross.
I'm already not, like, a salad person in general. Like, it takes a very specific salad. I really like Greek salad, whatever. I'm not a fan of all of them. So I feel like spinach would be even harder.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I hate cooked spinach.
I've never had that.
Yeah, I had it last night. I don't know why I made it.
You had it last night.
No, literally, I was like cooking. I was like,
New
you know what?
news.
I'm gonna like the spinach. I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna eat the spinach. It was gross.
Ugh.
Like, cause when you cook it, it gets all like skinny and like soggy. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but it was not. It was gross.
Well, sorry, this is like so irrelevant. I like felt like you this morning because I made this thing. It's a Portuguese like sandwich called a tosta mista, but it's basically just like cheese, forced ham on skinny bread, and then you like grill it down, and then it's like all like a
panini.
Yeah, it's like a panini. It's so freaking good. But I got like a weird piece of ham, and I bit into it. I'm not gonna say the reaction I had to stop eating. It's so bad. And I might have to like eat something else after this because I didn't finish my breakfast.
Really?
And I was like, oh my God, the fact that it's meat, it like messed with me. And like I ate that one bite that was weird. I was like, nope, this whole thing, like I'm about to yak. I can't eat this anymore. So I was like, oh my God, maybe I'm like a vegetarian for this 1 hour. I'm like Claire.
Maybe you're like Claire today.
Yeah, but it's gonna change if I pass by McDonald's and get chicken nuggets. So
I feel like chicken is like everyone's weakness.
well, like the chicken nuggets at McDonald's, the thing is you're never gonna get a piece like that because it's literally blended up. And then they like form it like Play-Doh. So you're not going to get, it's not a real piece of chicken. So you're not going to get like the weird like chicken bits.
I wouldn't know. I don't know what you mean by weird chicken bits.
Okay, I'm not going to tell you because it's like, it's just gross. Like anyone who eats meat knows what I mean.
Okay, I believe it.
Like sometimes you have a bite and you're like, it's like real.
That's so scary.
Yeah.
I experienced that with eggs.
Yeah, sometimes it's like too eggy.
Yeah.
And you're like hyper aware of where it came from.
Ugh. No, I can't. I have phases where I'm like, yeah, I can eat an egg. And then there's other times, my old roommates can literally attest to this, but like I'll be cooking an egg and I'll start eating it. And like at the moment I become aware that I'm eating an egg, it's disgusting to me. And I'm like, I can't eat this. I'm done.
Yeah. What sucks for me is that I love like a yolky egg. So that's harder because sometimes it'll really hit me that like, oh, this is like a part of it's raw. I know it's not raw, but it's like,
No, I get it.
But I love dipping a good yolky egg in like bread. So
I love, I think it's called like Eggs and Soldiers. I don't know if your parents used
soldiers. No.
Yeah. So what my parents did when my brother and I were kids is like they would cook an egg just like that, like with the yolk a little bit runny, and then they would toast a piece of bread and then you slice it into slices, and those are like your little soldiers.
Oh, that's
and, like,
so cute.
And you dip it in the yolk and you eat like your egg with your soldiers. It was just bread and egg.
That is the cutest thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that is like, it's so like Pinterest mom core.
It was Pinterest encore. And if they were feeling like super nice, they would cut a hole in the bread and they would cook the egg in the bread.
I've seen that.
And it's like toad in the hole or something.
Yeah.
I didn't like that as much, but it was still really cute.
That's really cute.
Yeah, they got creative.
So cute. Okay, we'll stop talking about food.
The next point I have here is just to also make sure that you are like taking care of your body in terms of working out, like especially when you're busy working like on school all day and like sitting down, even just getting up and like taking a 10-15 minute walk. I'm not saying you need to go to the gym and do like an hour and a half of a HIIT workout.
Yeah.
But like even if you just go and do like a walk just to like get your body moving, you'll feel a lot better. Go outside. Get some air.
1000%. I'm like, even like sometimes if I'm sick and like, you know, when you're just like, you stay home, you're not working, you're sick, you might not have work to do, or like you have too much of a headache, I will sit outside 1000% of the time because I'm like, this is the only thing that's going to make me feel okay today. Even if I can't walk outside, if I feel like dead, I'll just sit outside and it's like 10 times better.
Porch.
Yeah. But I'm not one of those hard workout girlies, but I do feel a difference like throughout the summer when I'm just working, I'm not doing school. And right now, every day I either go to work or I'm at school, which school, like we live kind of far. It takes like quite a bit of like traveling, energy.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of it is just sitting on the train, but a lot of it is traveling. It's like, and it's not a workout, but it definitely makes me feel more awake, like having to walk for like 30 minutes of the day. It's like, it's not a workout, but it definitely makes my blood move and it makes me feel more active.
100%.
And on the days that I work and don't do school, I'm retail and I can't sit down. So I'm walking for like 6, 7. Why do I keep doing this? 2 weeks in a row.
It happened 2 weeks in a row.
2 weeks in a row. Okay. Anyways, most of my shifts are like 5 hours, 6 hours, or 7 hours. So when I'm I'm walking the whole time. And the first few weeks when I started this job, like years ago, I was like, my back hurts, my legs hurt. Because like walking that much when you're not used to it is like, whoa. But now I'm so thankful that I'm used to it. Because on the days that I don't work or don't do school, which is none right now, but like maybe on Christmas break, I could do like an hour-long walk and feel fine. When like some people would be like, I can't walk for that amount of time, right? So I'm a walking queen.
You are a walking queen.
Yes.
I know, I love that too. I love walking. I feel like you just give me my headphones and I could literally walk around for hours.
Yeah.
And like, so.
I wish I lived close to you or to any of my friends, honestly, in general, because I want to do like hot girl walks where you just have like a little drink and you walk. I could walk for like 5 hours if we just like chit chatted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can you imagine?
I'll walk to you.
Can you? We'll walk halfway and meet.
Yes.
And then we'll walk more. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
I would
can you imagine how long we'd like walk for?
Days.
We would literally have like model legs.
Literally have model legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did that in high school a lot. Like, I would even wake up at, like, 7 a.m. I went on, like, a hot girl walk with my best friend at the time. And, like, I would have, like, my little coffee or my little tea, and we would just walk, and walk. And then we're like, oh, we gotta go walk to school. And it was amazing. I got, like, 10,000 steps easily. And, like, that's kind of, like, a general goal to try and get, like, 10,000 every day.
Me too.
So,
I have my little Apple Watch.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I also found out that your phone, if you have it, because at work now, they don't have us put our phones in the back. They keep it on us.
Okay.
Because you have to, like, be able to scan items. So I keep it on my back pocket, and then it'll tell me, like, oh, like, 13,000 steps today. And then I'm like, wait, it can actually, like, track that. It's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the last point I have, too, is also just, and we talked about this last week, but...
Guys, it's so important that we just have to repeat it. Come on.
We're emphasizing.
And if you didn't listen last week, we're making sure you listen this week. We're like a professor, like, I'm going to repeat this so that you take
last
it in.
Week's recap.
Yeah.
But take breaks. I would tell her to take breaks. I was in first year, I was so busy all the time. I was doing like, I was basically working like 40 hours a week on top of school, and it was just too much. And like, she needed a day to not do anything. But I think I was telling you about this, but like I try and not schedule anything on the weekends. Like I don't have like my classes. Obviously you don't have classes on the weekends. Yeah. But like I don't work on the weekends. I try and keep all of my like classwork and my work stuff during the week. Yeah. And then I try and take like Saturday or at least just Sunday just for myself. And I think that that's like really important too. Just to like have a day where like you can just go get like your nails done. Yeah. Or like you can go to like the mall or like just like do something that like you like. Nothing that's like super like energy intensive. You know what I mean?
You know what? I think I need to learn that because this year more than ever, I'm like, I don't have a break. And I'm just such like a people pleaser where I'm like to school stuff. I'm like, yes, I'll help you. Yes, I'll do this. And then with work, I'm like, yes, I'll be available all the time. Yes. Yeah. And it's starting to catch up with me. Of course, this season is different because it's exam season. So it's harder than ever. But I never have a day where I'm not doing school or work. And not that either is like the hardest thing ever. It's just together. It's like, it's a lot. Even if you're not doing something that drains you all the time, if you do it every single day, you're going to need like a pause. Yeah. So I think that's something I would think about for next semester is like maybe keeping one day open. It could be like a catch-up day for schoolwork or, you know, just like you said, to do something I like. I think that's important to remember for sure. And just always know that you deserve it. Like never think that you're not working hard enough for a break. Like I've got that before. I'm like, well, this is my like young girl job. I don't have like an adult like 40-year-old job, so might as well work as much as I can, which is good. But anything too much can be too much for you.
Yeah, anything. My dad, as the theme of today's episode is me talking about my mom and my dad, but
always iconic.
What my dad preaches in our household is balance is so important. And balance includes like working super hard, but it also includes taking breaks without like feeling guilty, because if you're taking a break and feeling guilty, it's not a break because you're feeling guilty.
No, exactly.
So you need to like take a break and feel happy about it and know that like you're giving yourself time to reset, and that's balance.
And my work, at least with schoolwork, it's so much better when I do give myself that break, because then I'm actually in like lock-in mode. Or I can do this because I'm very good with time management. I feel like this is not good advice for someone who procrastinates a lot, but I'm very intuitive with my work. And if I'm like not in the zone, I'll be like, okay, I'm not going to do my homework right now.
Really?
I'm
going
to plan it. Yeah, because I'm way too anxious to get it done the day of. So I'm always done days before anyways. So out of that few days that I have, like if right now, even if I just have a little headache or whatever, if I'm like not in the zone, I'm like, there's no point in me sitting down right now because I'm going to get like 3 sentences done out of this essay. Whereas I know that tomorrow morning, I'll probably be in the mood to do like 5 paragraphs in a row. So I'm very, like, sometimes I have to be, like, not exam season. Exam season is, like, work whenever you can. But if I have time, I kind of do it like that. And another life hack I've realized recently that will be ending in 2 weeks is that I watch Dancing with the Stars every Tuesday, and I do my work on the commercial breaks because they're freaking 4 minutes long, and there's, like, 10 of them.
Really?
Yeah. It's
That's
bad.
crazy.
And I watch on Disney Plus, so it's not real commercials. It just goes, we'll be back in 4 minutes. And it's like a timer. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to like write a few sentences and then stop and then watch Robert Irwin dance and then come back and then I go and then I watch the scores and then I work again. And then by the end, I'm done my assignment.
That's so
It's
impressive.
perfect. So
That's
it's literal,
so cool.
literal proof that like I get to like shut down my brain for a few minutes and like, except when Robert Irwin's performing, I don't shut down my brain. I'm very like stressed.
It's only him.
It's only him. But other than that, yeah, I think it's really worked for me, and that's the day that I actually get the most work done.
That's actually
It's
so
funny,
impressive.
right?
Yeah. Good
It's
for
fun
you.
though. You should do that.
I should try.
Or like do something where it's like, I don't know, like with Friends, it's like we both diehard Friends fans. 20-minute episodes. Watch one episode and then say I'm gonna write 3 paragraphs, and then watch another episode and then do more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Those little breaks, have a little snack. It's like the perfect amount of time for me at least. Because again, I'm not the kind of person to like start watching my phone and then not go back to my work. I'm still pretty good with going back.
Okay, that's impressive.
So I can take those breaks.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you can't take those breaks, I don't know what advice I can give you. I guess like lock yourself in a room and like force yourself. I don't know.
There's actually, what you're talking about is there's like a scientifically researched method. It's called the Pomodoro method.
Okay,
I don't know if you've seen it.
No.
It was like really popular on TikTok in our grade 12 year because I remember
Alright.
I was doing it for chemistry. But essentially what it is like you take a 25-minute work period, for example, and then you have a 5-minute break.
Yes,
And then you do
okay.
25-minute work, 5-minute break. Or if you're doing an hour, it's like an hour and then a 10-minute break.
Yeah.
Like 50 or an hour working, 10-minute break.
Yeah.
And like they have videos on YouTube where it's like the countdown timers, and then that way you can like lock your phone away because it's like your timer.
Yeah.
Like if you set it aside and leave it as your timer, you're not going to be scrolling on TikTok.
Yeah.
Right? And then if you just like follow that, it's actually like really proven to help you retain information and like
Yes.
be better at studying because you're following this like break work method. So there you go.
And something I'll add to that is I feel like a lot of this is, like we said, confidence. You need to be confident in yourself that you are smart, you are capable of this work. If I sit down and I'm like, oh my God, how am I ever going to get this done? I'm not getting it done and I'm not doing it to the best of my abilities. If I sit down and I'm like, I'm smart, I know this topic, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
I can do it, right?
That's awesome.
Oh my God, it's Gary again. My best friend. Oh my God, what was I going to say? Oh, yes, sorry. Dr. Gary, we love him. Shout out.
We love Doc.
I think you need to believe in yourself. And let's say you're like, okay, I need to get this done. I have like an hour. I'm going to work on this essay. If someone texts me something or if a TikTok thing pops up and I'm like, let me just look at this, I will feel so bad about myself and be like, oh my God, like I'm so dumb. I can't even like not look at TikTok for like a half an hour. You know what I mean? I get down on myself. But if you set up that time, you're not going to feel guilty. You're going to be like, I'm rewarding myself. It's not a punishment. It's a reward.
Yes.
So
that's a good way to see it.
I think you're right about that in the sense that you can just set that time and you can feel good about that instead of just like intuitively picking up your phone and getting distracted. It's just not going to make you feel good about yourself.
Exactly. Like if you set aside like the 10 minutes after the end of your work period and you like I can do TikTok time during this, I can have whatever.
I love TikTok time.
Love TikTok time. I can do whatever I want during this time, then you know that it's like your free time. It's like, you know, in school and they'd give us free time at the end of class.
Yes.
It's like that. Like you can do whatever, you can
And
color.
it felt like vacation. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever experienced.
Yeah. So I think that that's really important too, to keep that in mind.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Let me
I'm
find
impressed that you remembered the name of that like tactic in like grade 12.
the Pomodoro method. Yeah. I remember it was like a work period in pink and then the break was in blue. I can like see it. So I use it so much. I can like.
Wait, that's so, yeah.
It's cool.
I
Look it up on
love
YouTube.
color coding, especially my schedules. I don't write like a physical schedule anymore in like an agenda, but I am a highlighter girl. And I'll do that on, we talked about this again, first week, my Google Calendar.
Yeah.
I'm highlighting that and I'm putting the colors based on intuitively, what color is music class? I think it's pink. Like, I'm doing that and then I can kind of see it all.
Music is pink for you?
Actually, I don't remember. I thought it was pink. Yeah.
Music for me is yellow.
What?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Media audiences is blue.
Media audiences is pink.
What? That is not a pink class.
It's a pink class.
Okay.
Audiences gives pink.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so our quote for the day today is that you can't hate yourself into someone that you'll love.
Yes.
I think that's really, it's sweet to keep in mind that, like, same what I was saying about how when you hold your degree, you want to be proud of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you should feel about yourself as a person too, and be like, I'm proud of who I am. I'm proud of like the friends I have. I'm proud of the person I am. I'm proud of what I do.
Yeah.
And you can't feel that way if you're like, wow, I hate that I do this. I hate myself. I hate this. And it's like, no, you need to keep the positive talk, and that way you'll be proud of someone, and then you'll love yourself more too.
If your best friend has, me with the metaphors again, if she has like a habit that you think is unhealthy, you don't go and be like, I can't believe you do that. It's so dumb. You go, okay, like, you have had that habit in the past. You did it again. That's okay. Maybe you need to work for the next time to not do this again.
Gentle parenting.
So why can't you treat yourself like that? You know, like, if you would talk to your friend like that, why can't you talk to yourself like that? And I feel like that's good for like all advice in general, like relationships, friendships, just what would your friend tell you kind of thing.
Yeah.
But you need to be gentle with yourself, because for most people, you're not just a lazy person that didn't want to do anything. If you didn't get your work done as fast as you wanted to, whatever, I have faith in you, in the listeners, that it was a bad day for you.
Yeah.
Or you just, it's not that you're lazy and you never get your work done. You just had a bad day. It wasn't calling to you, and that's okay. Like, we all make those mistakes. Literally, if you're a student, you've made that mistake.
Yeah.
And some people make it every assignment for their whole, 4 years. Some people do it once and never again. But, yeah, just be gentle with yourself, or else I feel like, personally, it's not about, gentle parenting. It's, you won't get to where you want to go if you're putting yourself down.
Exactly.
Because, again, you have to realize that you didn't do anything on purpose, and whatever mistake you made is going to go towards how you learn to get past it.
Yes. I think that's something I've also struggled with, is, seeing the things that I would consider mistakes as learning opportunities.
Yes.
It's so easy to look back and say, I wish I never did that, or, I regret doing that. But if that never happened, you never would have learned that lesson.
Exactly.
And it's a hard pill to swallow, but it's important.
Yeah.
So I think, yeah.
I think, yeah.
I think, yeah.
I think, yeah.
Okay. Would you like to do our self-care share?
Yes.
Let me find it. Okay. There you go.
Okay. Let me make sure I have the right one here. Yes. Okay. Because I had a couple options, and I was like, which one did I write down? I was like, okay. So, honestly, it goes towards the theme of what we were just talking about. I need to reward myself with things, and I feel like during a busy time of this exam season, I won't plan things that don't have to do with school, not because I don't physically have enough time to do my work, but because I'm like, oh my gosh, even though I can get my work done by then, how dare I be out having fun when it's such a busy time. I should be home getting the work done. But then I realized, again, I'm pretty good with time management. I'm not going to plan to do something on the weekend if I'm not going to have enough time to get my work done. If I have just enough time without the plan, I'll say no to a plan. You know what I mean?
If you have just enough time without
If my weekend is just enough time to get all my work done, I'm not going to make a plan on the weekend.
Yeah.
So if I do make a plan, it's because I know myself, and I know that I can work enough to have it done by then.
See, that's so, what you were saying before too about how you don't procrastinate, that's so cool.
Honestly, it's literally just anxiety.
Yeah.
I just have school anxiety, and it doesn't let me.
Yeah. I feel really anxious too, if I leave an assignment to the last minute, but it doesn't prevent me from not doing it again. Does that make sense?
Yeah. My problem is I have the type of anxiety where I won't be able to do it last minute because I'm actively having not an anxiety attack, but I'm sometimes if I leave it to the last minute, I'm hyperventilating. I'm like, oh my God. And then
Really?
I'm not in the headspace to do it. So I know that if I leave it to the last minute, even if I have enough time, you're saying, if you leave something to the last minute, it's because you know you can get it done in those few hours. I don't have faith that I can do that in the headspace that I am.
That's fair.
So I need to, even if I leave it to the last day, it needs to be the first thing I do in the morning, or else the whole day I will just my heart will be beating. I'm like, oh my God, I'm not gonna have enough time for that, right? Another factor is that I'm really bad with staying up late. Honestly, the only way you can get me out past 1 a.m. is if I have drinks in me and if I have a bunch of my best friends with me.
Yeah.
You cannot ask me to come over to your house to watch a movie and expect me to stay past midnight, I'm done. I'm cooked.
Yeah,
like
or go
I
to
am
sleep.
driving home at like 11:45, so I'm home by midnight. You know what I mean? I can't do it. I'm just so sleepy. And when I'm home, if I have nothing to do, if I have no work, I am in bed by 10.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what it is, guys. I'm not trying. Like, it just, like, happens. And I'm, like, it's kind of a thing that, like, I think is a little bit lame, but I'm trying to stick with it because I know if that changes, it could change for the worse. And I am able, like, for parties and stuff, or when we go to a bar, I'm able to stay out because of the adrenaline.
Yeah.
But the second the adrenaline leaves, and if we've been at a bar for, like, 2 hours and, like, a drink is wearing off, or if, like, I'm starting to get hungry, I snap out of it, and I'm like, I'm ready for bed.
You're like, I'm done.
I can't stay.
Take me home.
I can't stay. So, anyways, that goes towards it a lot. So, I will never plan something like to finish an assignment after dinner. I'll work after dinner, but I'm not like, okay, my assignment's due at midnight. I'm going to start working on this after dinner.
So when do you do all your work?
Like during the day, like on the train, before dinner. And I'll do it right after. If I have like an early dinner, like 6:30, I'll start right after dinner.
Okay.
And my cutoff will be like, this needs to be done by 10.
That's
like I
impressive.
can't stay up. So I'll just like grind it out until 10. But
That's
also
impressive.
I'm up earlier. So I do things in the morning too. But
No, that's so impressive. I think what I struggle with too, and I would have told first year or second year me this too, like the assignment isn't actually so bad.
no,
Like,
it's never is. It's I was talking to someone about this the other day. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
It's always the thought, like the unknown of what it is
Yeah.
that freaks me out. So if I read the expectations, I'm like, wait,
Yeah.
it's like not bad. But if you just know that you have like 3 assignments coming up and you don't know what they are or what they consist of, the anxiety is going to go through the roof.
100%. And I think the strategy I like to do is I love making Google Docs.
Yes.
Me and Google Drive are like this.
Yeah.
But like when I have an assignment, I'll make a Google Doc and I'll copy and paste like the assignment instructions and like the overview and like everything I need to have to do the assignment onto the first page. And then I'll have like a second page where I'm actually going to write it.
Yeah.
But I do the first page just to lay it out. Even if I'm not doing any work that day, I can just feel like I've started the assignment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like when you write like your name on the essay, you're like, yes.
Yes, I've started.
But honestly, it shifts. It shifts your brain work. Like that literal,
100%.
like the example of the essay, it actually helps. It's
It
like
does.
if I don't have time today, I'm at least writing my name on the top of the doc,
Yeah.
putting the name of the essay and writing like the last name page number. And then
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
You're like,
I
because you've
got
started.
this.
Because then you feel like you've started. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's
That's
also
like half the battle, honestly.
It is. And it feels a lot more manageable because once you understand the expectations, you're like, okay, this is going to take me like X amount of hours.
Yeah.
And like, I know that I need to do a little bit of research beforehand. And like, I know that I can't leave this to like the last day. And then once you kind of have an understanding, it's so much easier to get it done, in my opinion. And like, you've even seen like, we have shared assignments in the music class. And every time I make a doc, it looks just like that. Like, it has the
Yes.
overview and then it has like the tabs for
And
our
I
final
appreciate it
assignment.
because that's how I do mine. So I'm like, oh my God, finally someone who like
Aw.
can make it make sense in the way that I do, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm very visual with that kind of stuff.
Me too.
So I need to see it in that way. So I appreciate it.
We're on the same wavelength.
Exactly. Always.
Always.
With everything. So
Okay.
yeah, I didn't actually get to my real self-care share. I went on a tangent.
okay.
But because of that, I sometimes have fear of making plans. And my mom was like, are you free on Saturday? And I was like, you know what? I don't work Saturday or Sunday this weekend, which is very rare. And Monday and the next Wednesday are when my stuff is due. So that's a logical time to like polish up and finish my assignments in the weekend. And I had to convince myself Saturday and Sunday, I'm only awake for like 12 hours each day, not as much as most people, but that's 24 hours.
Yeah.
Realistically, how am I not going to get done every assignment I've ever had in 24 hours? You know, that's enough time.
Yeah.
So she was like, do you want to go to the Christmas tree farm? And I almost said no, because I was like, nope, it's like it's a busy time, it's exam season, I can't go. And I was like, wait, no. Like, I'll do work in the morning, and then I'll reward myself at the Christmas tree farm, and then I'll come back home and do my work. You know what I mean?
Go.
And that's giving me the break that I need, so I'm not working literally 12 hours straight. It'll give me some serotonin, time with my family, and it'll give me Christmas vibes, which is going to hold me the whole way through.
You'll get a cute Christmas
It'll
tree out
carry
of
me.
it.
Yeah,
That's so exciting.
very excited. First real Christmas tree, too.
Did you always do a plastic one?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so excited. I hear they smell good.
They smell really
Oh my
good. My
God.
family, we've never had a plastic Christmas tree.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. My family, kind of granola like that.
That's so funny.
But like I remember even as a kid, like every year we would go like pick out a Christmas tree and then we would bring it home and my dad would like literally go to the backyard and start sawing it off so it would fit in our house.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We've always had like little dogs and stuff, so we're always scared of like it being messy or them getting into it, but
That's
we're like,
fair.
you know, it's fine.
Yeah.
Also, it's a new house, so we're like, we want like new vibes.
That's true.
Yeah.
But yeah, on that note, my cat used to like drink the water. Yeah. So keep an eye on Bo.
Okay.
Because I
Not
feel like
Zoe. Bo.
not Zoe.
She'll be fine.
Bo, I feel like Bo would drink from the bottom of the
1000%.
drink.
1000%. You know, he's done once. Like, I can't leave my drinks on like the little coffee tables next to the couch. My mom, thank gosh, she drinks decaf coffee. She had her coffee. Yeah.
No.
He leans over when we're not looking, starts licking out of it like it's his dog bowl.
Oh my god.
And I only found out because I picked him up. And I'm sorry, people are gonna think it's gross. My dog kisses me. I don't care. You think it's so gross.
I'm a cat person. I just don't
your
like.
cat licks you, no?
My cat is not with us.
Your cat would lick you.
Yeah. Yes.
You've had
But
multiple
like
cats?
I've only had the one cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've only had one cat too, but it didn't lick me.
Yeah. No, my cat used to lick me. Like,
Okay.
like my hand. Like, but it would never like the face. But like just like
But
the
like
hand.
dogs, like they want to get off in your face and
Yeah.
like attack you. You've had it happen to you. So like I was like, wait, he kind of smells weird. I grab his face, I smell. I'm like, that's coffee.
Oh my
That's coffee. It was the same thing as when he ate 7. What do they call it? A coffee crisp chocolate bar.
He ate 7. Oh my god.
We rushed him to the vet, and they were like, "Okay, but coffee crisp isn't real chocolate, so he'll be okay." Like
What
they
is
just
it
had to
then?
like they had to get it out of him.
What? Wait. What's the chocolate in coffee crisp?
It's like not. It's not like real. Like it's like milk chocolate diluted with a bunch of like.
oh, like it's like really
dumb stuff.
processed and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like what they're afraid of for dogs is like real genuine like 70%, 80%. Like you know the summer Perdue, the cacao is the bean. You know. that
Cacao
kind of
is the
chocolate.
bean belly.
That kind of chocolate.
Okay, so
he
it's
was
more
okay.
about like the
Yeah.
like the cacao bean as opposed to like
but
chocolate.
he like jumped on me to cuddle, and I was like, I smell coffee crisp. Where is that coming from? Because it's my favorite chocolate too.
Me too.
I smelt his mouth. I was like, he's gonna die. But he was
Aw.
fine. But yeah, I smelt it on his breath.
Bo was so silly.
So funny.
So silly.
Why 7? Just like stop at the 1, please.
I know. Like, were they unwrapped or like? How
Yeah, that's another thing. He was smart enough to unwrap them with his teeth, not eat the paper, because a lot of dogs like eating wrappers of things.
Yeah.
He would just eat the chocolate out of it, leave the wrappers. So I was like, at least you didn't do that, because I feel like that'd be more dangerous.
At least he didn't eat the plastic.
But how does he know? Like, it's so weird. You'd think the dog would just grab the whole thing.
Yeah, and like or like bite through it
Yeah.
or something.
Also, for context, he's like 10 pounds. Like 7 chocolate bars is a lot.
Oh,
He's tiny.
He's like literally this big.
Yeah.
He's so cute.
Tiny.
He's my favorite dog.
Oh, thank you.
I
That's
don't
just
like
a lot
dogs.
coming from like a cat
I know.
person.
I love Bo.
I appreciate it. Okay, you have to do your self-care.
Yes. Okay. So my self-care share. I know I told you one outside, but I'm actually changing it up.
Go for it, queen.
This week I want to try and get to bed before midnight.
Oh, okay. Like every night or like one night?
Maybe majority of nights.
Okay.
Maybe not every night,
Give
but
yourself
like
some grace.
yeah, the majority of nights, because obviously like life happens and things change. But I don't know. I'm tired and like
Yeah.
I keep going to bed so late. I don't mean to, but I'm up like I'm scrolling and I need to put the phone away, and I think I need to try and like hit my 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And what I've been doing recently too to make like waking up easier is I sleep with my blinds open.
Yes.
So I wake up to like natural
my
sunlight.
God, yeah.
It's very like. That's what happened this morning. Like I forgot to set my alarm last night, and I just woke up because my blinds were open and the sun
Yeah.
was hitting my face, and like it was time to get up
Yeah.
anyways. And it was very peaceful. I feel a lot more well rested today, like as opposed to waking up with an alarm and like getting
Yeah.
woken up out of sleep. Because if you wake up during like a specific time in your sleep cycle, you feel a lot more tired as opposed to waking up like when you're sleeping lighter. So my watch tracks that for me, which is really nice.
Really
and
cool.
Yeah. And so I find that like when I set that setting to wake me up like during the best time in my sleep cycle to wake me up, I feel a lot better throughout the day. So I want to try and get
Amazing.
my 8 hours of sleep and wake up feeling well rested for the day.
Good for you.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you. I'm sure you're going to do
Aw. Thank you.
You just can't you can't go to bed early on Friday because we have plans.
We have plans on Friday.
That's it.
Yes. Yes.
Every other day, I believe in you.
Amazing. Okay, yeah, I'll do it every other day except for Friday.
Exactly. And then do you have anything to do on Saturday morning? Because you could like sleep in.
I actually have an exam at 9 a.m.
Ooh,
Which I knew I should have booked for 1, but it's okay.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It's okay.
It's okay.
I'll make it happen.
Yeah. Well, on that note, this has been our 4th episode.
Yeah.
4th episode of
Fourth
GirlCode.
episode.
Super, super fun. I had a great time today.
Me too.
Yes.
So, yeah. Well,
tune in next week, please.
we'll be back at 11.
Yes.